We all know that Jose Rizal is our national hero. We know him as someone who sacrificed his life for the country, the one who believed that the pen is mightier than the sword. Rizal is known for his intelligence, bravery, and patriotism. But do you really know his story? Jose Protasio Mercado Rizal y Alonso Realonda, also known as Jose Rizal, was born on June 19, 1861 at Calamba, Laguna. Rizal's family was known to be a well-off family in their town, and they were considered as one of the biggest families during their time. They live a life of comfort and prosperity, and in fact, their family is considered to belong to the Principalia class or the ruling elite of their town. Rizal came from a 13-member family consisted of his father Don Francisco Mercado II and his mother Teodora Alonso Realonda. Jose Rizal was the seventh child of his parents. Saturnina Rizal was the eldest child among the siblings, followed by Pasiano Rizal, which is Rizal's only brother. The third child was Narcisa Rizal, followed by Olympia, Lucia, Maria, followed by Concepcion, who unfortunately died at the age of 3. Next is Josefa, Trinidad, and the youngest among the siblings, Soledad. They were indeed a big, happy family. The siblings were very close with each other and to their parents as well. They had grown into good sons and daughters because their parents taught them about the importance of good morals, love for family, and of course, love for education. At the age of 3, Rizal's mother Teodora taught him how to read and write, and at such a very young age, he was able to master the alphabet and has shown great interest in reading. His mother became his critic and teacher, teaching him everything that he has to know.
Ina, may nais lang po akong tanungin kung pwede.
Ano iyon, anak?
Ano po ba ang tunay na dahilan kung bakit niyo po kami gustong maging matatas sa aming pag-aaral?
Anak, ang edukasyon ay mahalaga sapagkat ito ang tanging paraan ng isang tao upang magkaroon siya ng kaalaman tungkol sa kanyang buhay, pagkatao at sa komunidad na kanyang ginagalawan. Ito ang tanging yaman na kahit kailan ay hindi makukuha sa iyo ng kahit na sino man sapagkat ito ay sa iyo lamang. Tandaan mo iyon, anak. Kaya magpursige ka sa iyong pag-aaral nang sa gayon ay lumaki kang isang maalam na Ginoo.
Opo, Ina.
Rizal took his mother's advice into heart, making education one of his top priorities. He had grown into a very intelligent young man, going to different prestigious universities, may it be inside the country or overseas. He has shown great potential in all the things that he do, making him one of the most prolific and acclaimed student during his time. But, despite all of his academic achievements, Rizal also experienced discrimination from his fellow Spaniard students who belittled his abilities just because he is a pure Filipino.
Lo siento, no te veale.
Mira, por donde vas, indio.
Deberías usar ese gran cerebro tuyo. Deberíamos ser los chicos. Ni siquiera vale nada. Él es filipino. Conozca su lugar, no perteneces aquí.
Aside from that, Rizal also lost his competitions just because of his Filipino blood.
Siempre gano. Mejor suerte la próxima vez, indio.
These events opened Rizal's eyes even more. He realized how the Spaniards think poorly of Filipinos and how the Spanish colonization brought suffering and devastation to his beloved country. From then on, he used all of his intelligence and power to bring a light to the atrocities the Spanish regime had done to the Filipinos. He crafted multiple literary masterpieces, including Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo, which depict the brutal truth about the situations of many Filipinos under the hands of the Spaniards. He fought hard with pen on his hands rather than a sword, which angered the Spaniards even more. He was arrested and convicted by the Spanish government. He was blamed for being the leader of the revolution because the Spaniards believed that his published writings ignited the patriotism of the Indios that made them start rebellions and coup d'etats. The Spaniards ordered for Rizal's execution. By then, Rizal knew that there will be no chance of changing his fate. When he was imprisoned, he spent his last hours going to the prison chapel. He also wrote a poem entitled Mi Ultimo Adios, which means my last farewell. On his last day, his mother and sisters visited him. He had a chance to meet his sister Trinidad, and he then gave her his remaining possessions, reached out for the gas lamp, and whispered, "There's something inside," referring to his farewell letter, and by that he bid his goodbye to his beloved family. And just like that, the day for his execution finally came. Wearing a black suit, black pants, and white shirt, with his arms tied behind his back, Rizal marched to his execution at 6:30 in the morning of December 30, 1896. Many people from different places went to watch his execution. To prove that he was innocent, he requested to face the firing squad, but he was not allowed by the commander. Before his death, Rizal shook the hand of his defense lawyer, and the military physician checked his pulse, only to find out that he remains calm despite of everything that's happening. He even declined the traditional blindfold, believing that it is only for traitors. However, just before the commander of the firing squad gave his order, Rizal shouted,
Consumato mes! Fuego!
Silence was all over as the innocent man falls into the ground. But everything was not yet over. The commander of the firing squad decided not to keep his promise of not shooting Rizal in the head. Instead, he gave him the tira de gracia, or the mercy shot, to make sure that Rizal is dead.
¡Viva España!
¡Viva España! ¡Viva España! ¡Viva España! ¡Viva España! ¡Viva España! ¡Viva España! ¡Viva España! ¡Viva España!
Rizal's death was not in vain. He inspired many Filipinos to achieve independence, which is why we are experiencing it today. Thanks to Jose Rizal and all his sacrifices, we are able to express ourselves freely, like a bird who is freed from a cage, flying towards the sky. We should always remember him for his bravery, his resilience, and for his love to the country. Let us all remember his name, because he is not just Jose Rizal, he is Jose Protasio Rizal Mercado y Alonso Realonda, our national hero.